Friends, hope you all are doing good. So today in our video we'll be learning about the directory structure of Laravel. So in this video we'll just go through the directories and files in our project and understand their significance. As we all know, the Laravel is based on the MVC design pattern. Therefore, we'll be going through the MVC related files and folders first, as they will be mostly used, and then we'll move on to the other directories one by one. So let's first discuss about the M, which stands for models. So the models can be found in the app/models directory. So in the previous versions of Laravel, this models directory was not present, and in Laravel 8 onwards, Laravel has introduced this models folder in the app folder. So all the models will be present in app/models directory. Let's get to the V of the MVC framework, which stands for view. So the views in the Laravel can be found in resources/views directory. So within the resources directory, there is a views directory where all our views are stored. And lastly, the C, which stands for controllers. The controllers are stored in the app http controllers directory. So now the next main folder which is mostly used is the routes folder, where all the routes for the Laravel application are written. So this folder basically contains 4 files. Let's start with the web.php. In this file, all the routes associated with the website part of our application are written. In the api.php, we write the routes which are associated with the APIs we develop in our application. In console.php, we define our closure based console commands. Don't worry, we will learn about commands in our coming lectures. In channels.php, we define the channels and their rules. These channels will then be used in the listeners of various events. We will learn about events and listeners later in this course. As we are now familiar with the most of the important folders of our Laravel application, let's start exploring other folders too. In the app folder, we can see there is a console folder. In the console folder, all of our console commands which we create in our application are stored. And there is a kernel.php file. So in the kernel.php, we register all our console commands within the commands property. In the exceptions directory, there is a handler.php file. So in the handler.php file, we define or register all our custom exceptions which we create in our application. In the http directory, we have already seen the controllers directory. Now there is one more directory, which is the middlewares directory. So middlewares contains the code which needs to be run between the request and the controller. So if any request passes on to the controller and there is a middleware associated to it, then first the middleware's code will be run, and after that the request will pass on to the controller. So within the middlewares folder, we have all the middlewares which we define for our application, and we can find this kernel.php within the http directory. So within the kernel.php, we register all our middlewares. So as we can see, there is a middleware property. So any middleware class which we register in the middlewares property, that middleware will automatically be applied to all the requests. Within the middleware groups, we may define the middlewares which will be applied to our web.php routes and to our api.php routes. In the route middlewares, we define all the middlewares which we will be applying manually to the routes. We will learn more about middlewares in our coming lectures. We have already discussed about the models directory where all the models are stored. Now the providers directory contains all the service providers of the Laravel app. We may also create our own service providers. So we'll go into the detail of the service provider in our later videos. In the Bootstrap directory, we can see an app.php file. So within this file, our complete application is bootstrapped. That means the complete application is loaded within this file. We can see a cache folder. So within the cache directory, all the cache which is generated by our application at the runtime is stored. Now let's come to the config directory. As in our previous video we have discussed, the config directory contains all our configuration variables for our Laravel application. The database directory contains the factories, migrations, seeders. So all the migrations which we create for our application are stored in the migrations directory. The seeders which we create for our database tables are stored in the seeders directory. In the factories directory, we store all the custom model factories which we create for our application. We'll go into the details of the migrations, seeders and factories in our coming videos. Now let's come to the public directory. So the public directory contains the index.php file. This is the starting point of our application. So the public directory contains all the files which are publicly available, which may contain the CSS, JS and other assets and images for our application. Now let's come to the resources directory. So in the resources directory, we have discussed about the views directory before. There is one more directory which is the lang directory. So all the language files for our application are stored in the lang directory. Routes we have discussed. So within the storage directory we may see three directories. One is the app directory, the framework, the logs. So the logs directory contains all the temporary logs which our application creates. The framework directory contains the cache, session, testing and views. So all the temporary view, sessions and caches which are generated by the application are stored within the frameworks directory. The app directory contains a public directory. So in the Laravel application, it is suggested that we store all the user uploaded files such as images, videos, documents in the storage app public directory. So this can be done by linking the storage directory with the public directory with the use of a command which is php artisan storage link. So with this link, a symbolic link to the storage folder will be created in our public directory. Let me show you by running this command php artisan storage link. So in our directory, as we can see, within the public directory there is a symbolic link created for the storage folder. So this folder is a symbolic link to the storage app public folder. In the test directory, all the unit tests which we create for our application are stored. In the vendor directory, as we know, all our PHP dependencies which were installed by the composer are stored, and those dependencies are present in composer.json file. The E contains all our environment variables which we define for our application. So guys, this was all regarding the directory structure of the Laravel application. And if you liked the video, please like, share and subscribe our channel. I will meet you in our next video. From our next video, we will start learning the basic concepts of Laravel, and in the next video, we'll learn the basics of routing. Till then, thank you and happy learning.